Before starting the medication, I think the biggest struggle that I had was that I was doing everything right. Like everyone says, work out more, eat less, nothing processed. And I was doing all those things and still seeing absolutely no results. It's so frustrating. It's so hard on your confidence. I was just like barely fitting into my jeans, feeling like crap, and still like weighing, broccoli. And it just was beyond frustrating. I think before starting LeanFastRx, I was just nervous. There's so much like talk about GLP-1s right now and like that they're cheating or that they're bad for you. And so I was really just nervous all around. You don't ever want to do something super detrimental. But then I heard a podcast about a woman who was talking about microdosing tirzepatide and all the benefits. And I was like, that's exactly what I'm looking for. I was initially attracted to this program mostly because of the microdosing aspect. I wasn't trying to have the terrible side effects of the GLP-1s. And so I was nervous that going through the doctor, like my primary care doctor was going to give me those pens with all that and get really sick. And so this seemed like a really good way to go about getting the solution, but not any of the downsides. What specifically motivated me was I heard a podcast about how microdosing GLP-1s specifically can help your gut, can help your blood sugar, and not just all the downsides that you hear about, that the microdosing path specifically was a way to get all the upsides without the downsides. Since starting, it's been 1 month and I have lost 9 pounds. And I'm sure that everyone feels like this, like when you're dieting, you bounce between a few numbers. And there always was a number where I was like, man, under that number is like where I really want to be. And within the first month I was there. And it's just in my clothes, everything is fitting so good. Nothing's tight. And even my husband like gave me a hug the other day and was like, oh my gosh, you feel really thin. Those things are just really exciting. I mean, so far, I feel like the changes have impacted things outside of my body. Just you feel more confident and you're more excited. You're willing to do things that like made you nervous before. And I mean, like sex with my husband feels like more exciting because you're not like feeling, oh, am I fat? Like it just is like such a good boost for your ego all around, and to feel like you can be yourself instead of feeling like you're chubby. So far, my husband is really the only one who has said very much about my transformation because he's like obviously around way more. But I just feel like I am fitting into clothes better and wearing cuter outfits. And so I know that pretty soon the outside world will notice too. But I also was glad you hear about like Ozempic face and things like that. And so since it has been like not super crazy fast, like it feels you're not going to have maybe not all the sudden reaction, but also not the negatives. One thing I think is really cool is that before, if I would have a glass of wine or eat something that had bread, my body would get so inflamed and I would wake up having gained 3 pounds of water weight just like to deal with that inflammation. And now I have had none of that. Like I had a piece, like a hamburger with 1 bun the other night. And I was like, oh man, what's this going to look like in the morning? And it didn't change anything. Like I was so amazed that the number actually went down instead of going up. And I don't know if this ever happens to anyone, but my rings sometimes when I wake up will not fit. And I haven't had any of that since I've started. I think if you're on the fence, one of the things that would make me feel like I wanted to do it was that if you are like me and you were putting in all the effort, you're going to the gym, you're counting calories, you're eating healthy with tons of veggies and not a bunch of junk, and still like feeling so frustrated when you're like searching for Instagram solutions. And I'm sure if you're like me, you've put hundreds of dollars into other things, hormone whatevers or shakes and workout plans and whatever, like chasing that result, that this is going to give you the result, like going to do it. It isn't just another, hopefully it works. I was pretty skeptical. We're just going to try this and see how it goes. And I have nothing but good things to say.